Hello and welcome to our second podcast of this week. My name is Kevan and I am District Manager at Lodge Brothers. Today I'm joined by Michelle, who looks after our prepaid team. Welcome, Michelle. Let's start by asking, why do people take out funeral plans?
Hello, Kevin. There's lots of reasons that people take out a plan. The main reasons are either to remove the financial burden from their family is probably the top one, to remove the guesswork for their family so their families know what they want for their funerals. If someone doesn't have any close family, then it gives them the chance to arrange the funeral themselves, so they know that they're going to get the funeral that they want. Also, if a loved one is placed into a nursing home to receive care, then the nursing home may also ask for some funeral plans too.
Okay, so apart from plans, are there any other way that we can help log information if someone didn't want to take out a plan straight away?
Yeah, Lodge Brothers offer a complimentary service called My Funeral Wishes. The client simply fills in a small questionnaire which asks them questions about what they want for their funeral, how they would like to see their funeral, whether it be a basic funeral, a traditional funeral or something more extravagant. This information is then recorded onto our system, and we give the client a certificate of wishes, which includes everything that they've told us, but it also includes a discount voucher, which can be used towards the funeral, and a pop-out card that can be placed into a wallet or a purse, so that people are aware that we are holding that funeral information.
You have mentioned a helpful card, but should people be encouraged to tell their family they have taken out a funeral plan or that we hold their wishes?
Definitely. It's always good to talk to family and friends about what you want for your funeral. They may have a very different idea to what you want, especially if your funeral is something a little bit out of the ordinary. This might come as a surprise to your family and friends. So definitely always speak to your family. The other reason, obviously, as well, is if you take out a funeral plan and you don't tell your family and friends that you have one, when the time comes, they may go to another funeral director and arrange and pay for a totally different funeral. We do check the National Death Register on a monthly basis to make sure that we've covered all of the funerals for our members. But even then, it could still be too late and the funeral may have already happened. Every day we receive between 30 and 50 requests from people who are looking for funeral plans for their loved ones.
Some great points there. Looking at plans themselves, what are the things you need to think about when taking out a funeral plan?
I would say the biggest decision would be whether you want to be buried or cremated. It always surprises us how many people come to us and don't know the answer to that question. What we would then do is talk them through the options, and then it normally becomes pretty clear after that. Also, do they want a religious service, a non-religious service, some religion? Are there any particular music or hymns that they would like included? Would they like flowers or prefer donations to a chosen charity? Some people know exactly what they want, down to writing their own eulogy. Others just want the basic information recorded and are happy for family and friends to make the rest of the decisions for them. A funeral plan advisor can come and visit you at your home and give you guidance on your plan. There's no obligation for this. People often say to us, this is a silly question, but it's not a silly question if it's important to you. And the likelihood is we've been asked the question before. However, if we haven't, then we'll find the answer out for you and come back to you.
And what types of funeral can I have with the Lodge Brothers funeral plan?
As long as it's legal, anything. As I mentioned before, some clients have a strong idea of what they want. Others are just happy to pay for the plan and let their family decide on the detail. We can do anything from an unattended service at the crematorium, known as a dignified cremation, or a fully themed funeral with different types of hearses, pipers, doves, floral tributes.
I presume people can make changes, though, to their Lodge Brothers funeral plan?
Of course, we only ask that any change is made in writing. This is something that we require for the trust. There's no charge to make a change, but some changes can incur additional fees. So, for example, if you wanted to add a limousine to your plan, then there would be a fee for that. But also, if you wanted to cancel a limousine, then we would refund you the limousine too. Even if the client changes their mind on the music and hymns they have chosen, this can also be changed if we have it in writing. We have had clients change their mind from a burial to cremation and vice versa. This is all doable and we're happy to arrange this, although additional fees may apply.
Okay, so let's talk money. How does a Lodge Brothers funeral plan help you save?
When you buy a Lodge Brothers funeral plan, you're securing the funeral at today's prices. There's a slight increase of £250 to our funeral directors' fees, which enable us to guarantee the plan and to cover administration costs for the lifetime of the plan. Lodge Brothers also guarantee the disbursements, which are fees paid to others, such as the doctors, ministers, churches.
Are there any extra costs to pay on top of the plan once someone has died?
We don't include the cost of a grave in a funeral plan, so that would have to be purchased at time of need. Apart from that, Lodge Brothers guarantee there'll be no additional costs at the time of your funeral, either to the funeral plan or fees as specified in your plan paperwork, no matter how much funeral costs and fees may increase. If your family friends did want to add something to your funeral, then this would be charged at the rate current at that time. So that would be things like a limousine or floral tributes, for example. If you moved away from our network of branches, then additional fees may also apply. And unfortunately, some of these fees are out of our control.
What if I couldn't pay for a Lodge Brothers funeral plan up front?
Lodge Brothers offer an interest-free payment scheme over 36 months by direct debit. If you wanted to at any time within those 36 months to pay the plan in full, then that's fine too. We're pretty flexible.
Okay. Money can be a worrisome subject. So how do Lodge Brothers protect the plan's finances?
When you pay for your funeral plan, the money is placed directly into our Family Funerals Trust. This money is ring-fenced from Lodge Brothers. Rathbone Trust Company act as independent custodian trustees and will only allow us access to this money when we conduct a funeral or if you were to cancel your plan.
So it sounds like plans make funeral arranging easier for you and your family then?
I would agree with you, Kevan. As we've already discussed, by removing the financial burden and making some of the decisions, family, friends will know that they've given their loved ones the send-off in the way that they wanted. It's also the peace of mind of knowing who to call and knowing that someone is always at the end of the phone 24/7.
So why are Lodge Brothers funeral plans different to their competitors?
We are a funeral director and we know the communities that we work in. We know the local vicar, celebrant, humanist. We know the rules and regulations of our local cemeteries and crematoriums. Another funeral plan provider may not know, for example, how expensive it is to purchase a grave in a local cemetery. We do. We can advise our clients of this right from the very beginning so that they can make an informed decision. Lodge Brothers are one of the few funeral plan providers who provide a fully personalised plan and guarantee that plan in full. We don't use call centres. We'll not bombard you with sales calls. We're just about good old-fashioned customer service. And hopefully, once the COVID restrictions have been lifted, we can also return to offering a home visit.
Michelle, thank you so much for your time today.
Kevin, you're most welcome.
It's been good to hear about plans, and should anyone listening want to know a little more or inquire about our plans or funeral wishes, you are most welcome to visit a local branch or call Michelle and her team on 0203 540 6660, as we are all here to help. Thank you all for tuning in. Take care.